Once upon a time, in a small, cozy house on the edge of a quiet village, lived a young girl named Karen with her loving mother. Their life was simple, filled with warmth, stories, and starlit conversations. Karen was a curious child, always asking questions, especially at night. One evening, as they watched the sky together, Karen asked what the bright lights above were. Her mother smiled gently and said, "Those are stars. Everyone we can no longer see on Earth becomes one and shines to remind us they were still with us." Karen owned very little, just one toy, one simple dress, and a pair of handmade wooden clogs that hurt her feet. Still, she never complained until one fateful day. Her mother had fallen ill, and as Karen went to fetch medicine, she stumbled upon a mysterious box on the side of the road. Inside was a pair of dazzling red shoes, shining as if made for a princess. Something inside her shifted. Without a second thought, she took them. When she returned home, eyes glowing with excitement, she showed the shoes to her mother. But instead of delight, her mother's face clouded with worry. "These might belong to someone," she said softly. But Karen, her heart gripped by desire, insisted they were hers. Soon after, Karen's world turned cold. Her mother passed away. The stars had taken her. Alone and grieving, Karen wore the red shoes to the funeral, ignoring the whispers and glances. Among those attending was a kind old woman who, seeing the orphan girl, took her in. She gave Karen a new home, new clothes, and most importantly, love. But Karen remained unchanged. She refused everything but her red shoes, polishing them every night, wearing them even inside the house, while the black shoes the old woman gave her remained untouched in their box. As years passed, Karen grew, but so did her stubbornness. She demanded a new pair of red shoes when the old ones no longer fit, throwing tantrums until the old woman, despite her poverty, bought them for her. Karen didn't care. She danced home, red shoes gleaming, while the old woman limped behind, burdened by the cost. One day, news came of another funeral. The old woman, dressed in black, asked Karen to wear the black shoes out of respect. But Karen, ever defiant, slipped into her red shoes and covered them with a long black dress. "No one will notice," she thought. But at the quiet funeral, a child's voice pierced the silence. "Grandma, why is that lady wearing red shoes?" Every head turned. Karen flushed with shame, but her pride held firm. After the ceremony, as they were leaving, a young man noticed the way Karen moved graceful, almost as if dancing. Enchanted, he approached her and invited her to a grand ball. Overwhelmed with excitement, Karen accepted. But as she twirled with joy, something terrifying happened. Her feet wouldn't stop. The shoes had taken control. She danced out of the graveyard, away from the town, beyond the hills. Day turned to night, and still she danced. Her cries echoed through forests and valleys, her feet bleeding, her body bruised. "Please, stop," she begged, but the shoes paid no heed. For 3 days and nights, she danced until finally a hunter in the woods heard her screams. Rushing toward the sound, he found Karen, still dancing against her will. With great effort, he tackled her, tore the cursed shoes from her feet, and tossed them deep into the forest. Even then, the shoes danced on their own before vanishing into the shadows. Karen collapsed, trembling and exhausted. As the hunter gave her water, she whispered with tears, "I chose them. I ignored every warning, and I paid the price." With the hunter's help, she returned home, limping with a walking stick, her spirit broken but wiser. The old woman was waiting at the door. Without a word, she embraced Karen tightly. That night, no red shoes were placed at the foot of the bed. From that day forward, Karen changed. She listened. She learned. She treated the old woman with the respect and love she always deserved. The red shoes became a distant memory, a painful lesson carved into her soul. One day, a gentle knock came at the door. It was the young man from the funeral. He had searched everywhere for her. Smiling, Karen greeted him. Together, they attended the ball she had once dreamed of. But this time, there were no red shoes, only a girl with a humbled heart. Karen had finally understood. It isn't beautiful shoes that make life meaningful, but a beautiful heart. And in letting go of what once controlled her, she found something far greater: peace, love, and true freedom.